Ooh, hello, good afternoon. So all the plans had to change of where we were going, what we were going to see. Yesterday I actually ended up walking 29,500 steps around Sousse exploring. I went to a souk, but we've all seen souks. However, today we've jumped in the car and driven 2 hours north from Sousse to a charming, beautiful, stunning place called Sidi Bou Said, and it is a blue and white village, and it's nestled 394 feet above sea level on the cliffside. It kind of reminds me of the Greek island. I can't remember the name of it, but everything in this village is blue and green, and everything is meant to be blue and green. However, there's some yellow doors dotted around, and I need to find out what they are. I'm not saying I can, but I'm going to ask. So we're now going to go to the cafe right at the top. You know I don't like doing food vlogs because I think it's awful when people are like nom 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 eating. But we're going to explore, have some food, and I'm going to show you around this amazing place. Very windy and very hazy. Maybe able just to make out here the mountains there. That's actually the bottom of Italy. That's Sicily. So like the football of the moon, just there. So Sidi Bou Said, it's actually got its name because of a person who's lived here. I can't say the name, so I do apologise. So I'll put it on the screen now. From the 13th century, this saint lived here, and that's where this village got its name. Now, it's not actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site. However, because of all the architecture and the theme of this beautiful place, this is actually one of the most protected areas in the whole of Tunisia. اللهم صل وسلم عليه عدد ما ذكره الذاكرون وغفل عن ذكره الغافلون اللهم صل وسلم عدد ما صلي عليه وعدد من لم يصلي عليه اللهم صل وسلم عليه عدد الأشجار ومياه البحار. Oh, bless his little heart. We came and we asked if we could just have like a mixture of everything, like some hummus, some olives, some bread and cheese and things. Yeah. And he's brought an omelette, a salad, some bread, and a couple of slices of tomato, as you've seen. And I said, did you have any hummus? And he's like, no, we don't have any. Oh my gosh, but it just looks so beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful and stunning. When it came to pay, the waiter's like, no, we don't have a card machine, as it seems quite frequent around here. And it makes me wonder, why does no one want to pay with a card? It happens all over where we've been so far in Tunisia. But they do have a card machine right here. So please, when you do come here, make sure that you say card. And he says, no. I said, why did you say there wasn't a card machine, sir? He said, oh, it's because of the poor connection. And then he said, this is for payment and this is cash only for tips. And I think when someone asks for, I was going to give him a tip, but when someone's like almost tells you you've got to, that's what I find quite concerning. So paid for it, and then he said, and what about for me, what are you paying me? He said, but sir, it is your job, I will give you a tip. And he says yes. So I gave him £5, so 20 dinars. So that's the only downside to being in that gorgeous restaurant, is they just assume that you will give them a tip. Like I say, I was going to, but when they ask for it or tell you that you have to, that's the downside. Now I want to tell you a little bit more about this gorgeous place. Do you remember when I was at the pyramids in Bosnia, about how the Earth's natural energy is coming up because it's built on different crossings of water? Well, underneath here, they say that there are actually a lot of tunnels which connect to another area. Some of them are supposedly collapsed and others are still open, but no one can find the entrances to them. And the locals also believe here that there is natural energy coming up through the earth, which makes people feel a lot happier and healthier than normal. Here's your little warning for you: if you are going to come early, and here's exactly why. So people like taking pictures of doors, and when we're like, oh, let's get a picture of this door or that door, and then all the Instagram and the TikTok models are coming, they actually have different outfits on with the tags still on, the price tags, changes of shoes, different outfits, and they literally will stand in front of something, say like here, and they will stand so no one else can get a picture, and they are doing a full photo shoot. And so I was like, excuse me, may I take a picture? And we waited about 8 minutes just to get a picture of the dog, because she was literally changing her shoes, and then 4 girls got out of a car doing the exact same thing. Utter madness, just for likes, which I want you to like on my videos. So as you're walking up, we parked right at the very bottom, and we were walking up the hill. We passed all the way through. We went up and round to the cafe. So on your way back down, just as you reach the top of the hill, as you come back down, there is a really lovely shop. Actually, everyone pesters you, buy. But this lovely gentleman here, and what is your name for me, sir?
How are you, man?
What is your name?
My name is Monsef Couscous.
Monsef Couscous. Okay, so this gentleman, this is his store. He sells such a wide selection of objects. So like these are, and actually, because a lot of people, let's say something is 10 dinars, he'll tell you the truth and he'll be like, oh, this is 2 dinars. So he's a very honest man, and this is his shop. So if you are going to come, I recommend coming into this man's shop, just at the top of the hill. I'm going to show you around in his shop, and then I'm going to get down the hill and continue trying to find these yellow doors. And I found the yellow door, and I know what it means. So any buildings with yellow doors symbolizes status and also the wealth of your family. So these people, probably because it's a business, it's showing that they've got a bit of wealth with them. So there you go, every day's a school day. Once you've left up there, and trust me, as soon as the afternoon starts and it gets busier, they will haggle, they will buy. And one man even said to me, anything is 1 dinar. I said, I want that. I wanted whatever. And then another man said I could have a free gift. I said, oh, I'll give you £4 or the equivalent. And then he tried to take 65 out of my hand. So I was like, nah, do you know what? I'm not bothered. And in the end, I got it for £4.50. But once you then get in the car, you take your life into your own hands on a very windy, steep road, which will bring you to the beach. Again, you can see the just Sicily over in the distance. It's very hazy. It's a beautiful beach. Very soft sand. It's all up here where we had our little adventure. If you are old enough to remember the film Misunderstood from either 1983 or 1984, that movie starring the recently passed away, very sad, about Gene Hackman, that was filmed up here in this location. Oh, and that's one thing that pulls your heartstrings here. There's so many cats and kittens everywhere. Also back in Sousse, it's up there all around, and then just over there was some beautiful, beautiful, soft little yellowy puppies, and their fur was so soft, and I think you might be able to see them just over there. Yeah, that pulls on the heartstrings, but that's the way of life. Hello, good morning. So it is now Tuesday. We're now heading off for an hour's private camel ride. So it was £40 per person, and it's just going to be the two of us with our little camels and our driver, I don't know what, camel wrangler, whatever they're called. So we booked it through the hotel because the reps walk around, or staff, trying to sell trips to everyone. So we booked it through a guy at the hotel. He's got this taxi. He's gonna drive us there, bring us back, and then hopefully this afternoon maybe have just some time, a little bit of shopping, a little bit of sunbathing. Tomorrow morning we head home, and I'll tell you how tired I am. This morning, I don't know how, but see that stain there? I went to drink my coffee and missed. I don't know how I got it on my shoulder. Why is it whenever I go away on a trip, I get so exhausted I need to go back home to have a rest? I thought holidays were meant to do that.
It's shit. See how we go.
So the plan was to go camel riding, but our taxis broke down. So just waiting. And I ain't pushing. And there we have the problem. We ran out of petrol. So we've been stood out on the street for maybe 15 minutes now, and he tried turning over the engine again a couple of times to see if it would start, and it's only when it was pointed out to him that they'd run out of fuel. He got the keys, he got the taxi, he got the booking, he got the customers, but we got no fuel. So supposedly someone is coming any second now. He said 2 minutes, 15 minutes ago, and we'll get some petrol put in. So we might get to see a camel today, or we might just be lost near a shipping yard. Who can say? I need a hero.
All of it.
Hooray! We're off, and we've set off again. So that was that. We're only waiting half an hour.
Okay. Okay.
This isn't us.
No.
So we arrived at a camel place, and turned out it wasn't the camel place, and now we're here in the middle of nowhere. So he threw us out of the taxi. He was like, right, out you get, and then I'll show you now. They just put us on the back of a trail of camels. I don't even know what we're doing. I can't explain it. Yeah, just get on these camels. We were like, okay. It's only... So it turns out what they did was the taxi driver dropped us off in the countryside, shall we say. Originally he came here and he said, no, drive. So we drove out to I'm not sure what a group of camels is called. So we joined this big train, shall we say, of camels. What had everyone on. So they put us on there, brought us back here, and now we're going to go out on our own, if that makes sense. So did you know that camels, alright, they have 3 sets of eyelids, so when the sand storms, that actually stops them going in their eyes. Also, they can drink 40 gallons of water in one drink, shall we say. Oh, by the way, it's called a camel train. I knew it was stored up somewhere in my head. And their nostrils, so they can close their nostrils to stop sand going in. And when they breathe out, there's got some special system in their nostrils that actually recycles the water and puts the moisture and puts it back into their bodies. Olive trees take hundreds and hundreds of years to grow to this size, and these are so established. I'd love to figure out how old they are. And I'm on a camel called Dave. Me and Dave are definitely not at one. I don't think Dave likes me. Oh, you can see. So olive trees, yes, hundreds of years to grow, and to get their olives out of big established trees like this, what they do, if you remember from like the 70s and the 80s, where you used like a giant elastic band, wrapped it around yourself and it would vibrate, so it would, like they said, it would make you lose weight.
I hope you realize I feel silly here, but we're...
I wouldn't need a bloody big band for me. One on an aircraft engine. And they then come along with a little machine and it shakes them. And then all of the... Oh, Dave is not a happy boy. And then it shakes them and drops them all out. And that is how you get all of the olives out of olive trees. So I have seen the camel, I have rode the camel, and now I'm going to drink the camel. Camel's milk is very, very high in nutrients, much more than than our average cow. So they're walking me somewhere, and I'm going to suck on a camel's teat, or whatever they're called, I think. I thought they were just going to give us a bottle, but yeah, I did think it was going to just be a bottle, but Well, actually, they brought us into the paddock with all of these mums and babies, and here we are. And there's a tiny little baby just there. Okay. And now the man's gonna milk the camel for us. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh. So these little mums have kindly donated this for me. So, it's very thick, and it's body temperature as well. You're looking at the little baby's having a sleep. And I'm gonna give the rest to the little baby so he can have some. Come on. Oh. Come on. He doesn't want. No, he's not thirsty, and Mum looks very, very angry. As they say in the all-inclusive hotel, I've paid for it, I'm having it. Oh, yes. It does have more minerals and nutrition, so that's so that their calves can grow as fast as possible, so that then they can start making their blood cells oval shaped. All mammals have round blood cells, but we have yellow one. Oh my gosh, there's so much more. Oh no, I'm not having any more. So as I was saying, mammals have round blood cells, but camels have oval shaped blood cells, and so the calves need to grow as quickly as they can so that these cells turn oval shaped, which then will be able to regulate their body temperature, because they can go down to temperatures of minus 20 Fahrenheit and up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's a lot. I'm still walking around with this blooming milk. So that was our little tour around, they called it the countryside, on a camel. But I did like to see be in the paddock. I did like that. That's lovely. Oh, it's really sticky. I wonder how many camels' mouths that's been in. Oh, sorry, EasyJet, if you have a very poorly passenger on the plane tomorrow. So they look like sheep, but they are goats, because to tell the difference between a goat and a sheep's ears always point up and a goat's ears always point down. So I was told, but maybe they're long-haired goats. Let me know in the comments. As in my previous videos, all the Medinas are just crazy. We literally walked in and it was, hello, bye, 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 hello, hello, hello. And some were saying, it's free, some were saying, it's 10 dinar. Then you walk in and then it's like 1,000,000 dinars. And I came specifically to look for some cushion covers. And I went into a store and this man was so lovely to me. And I saw another rug. And he said, okay, this is how much, blah, blah, blah. And then what I had in my head that I would have paid is what he got lower than that again. So I went, yep, that's fine. So I bought another rug. I'm going to have to buy another seat on the flight home. But be warned that it is, in the afternoons, it's very hot. And they desperately will just keep saying, give me your money, buy, buy, buy. And it's hard work. You've got to have had a good sleep before you go into a Medina.